rush to get it when I know I could get it a little later. I know I'll break him down eventually. So I just took my time, have fun a little bit, touch him up.
Abdullah Mason once again showed his boldness by calling out Gervonta Davis after an impressive performance that extended his undefeated record to 17 wins, including 15 knockouts. However, he lacked the same confidence in his previous fight, where he suffered 2 shocking knockdowns in the first round before making a second-round comeback against an already compromised opponent. Though he managed to preserve both his winning and knockout streaks, those knockdowns left a blemish on his otherwise flawless resume, a setback that Gervonta Davis has never experienced in his 30-fight career. Fortunately for Mason, he redeemed himself in his latest bout, delivering a dominant victory to silence any...
Someone in the crowd actually said, hey, ref, this is in the 60s. Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Been the trend for some time. The next step for rising lightweight contenders is to call out the division's best, Gervonta Davis. However, if Mason doesn't secure a fight against Davis or Stevenson due to his lower ranking, so be it. Despite that, Mason remains confident in his experience and skill set, believing he's more than ready for the challenge. "I feel like I'll be able to get the job done," Mason told. The ring. Ironically, as Mason continues to pursue them, Davis and Stevenson seem to be on a collision course of their own.
Gilly, I think he believes he should go to that 135 at top rank right now.
I think the hottest lightweight right now is Abdullah Mason.
Fire.
Man, fuck all that.
While Davis is set to face Lont Roach a week later, but Mason's list of targets extends beyond just those two. Keyshawn Davis, Andy Cruz, Vasily Lomachenko, and Raymond Muratalla are all intriguing options. Of course, Mason has his own business to handle first. If he takes care of it, he believes his time is now. "I'm prepared to step in with anybody," Mason declared. Though Gervonta Davis has repeatedly ignored Mason's callouts, he has now decided to address him directly. The reason? Davis sees something in Mason, something that makes him worth dealing with.
I wasn't surprised because every time he stood up, he seemed like he had a senses, and he'd come back and start fighting,
Gervonta Davis recently found himself in a heated Twitter debate over whether anyone in the 135-pound division could defeat him. While some fans remained doubtful, others believed rising star Abdullah Mason might be the challenge Davis needs. Meanwhile, Davis is preparing for a crucial title defense against Lamont Roach, looking to extend his undefeated record to 31-0. But this fight isn't just about keeping his belt. It's about making a statement. One fan sparked discussion by tweeting high praise for Mason, saying, "Gervonta Davis is the only fighter who could beat Abdullah Mason at 135 or 140 pounds, and even that fight would be close. Tank is my second favorite fighter of all time behind Floyd Mayweather, but I won't deny what I see. Abdullah Mason is a problem for anyone in the ring."
Same division, I'll be coming up on a world title soon. So hopefully, if all goes as planned, we'll meet.
This sparked even more interest when Gervonta Davis himself responded with confidence. While he acknowledged Mason's growing reputation, he made it clear that he remains the superior fighter. No lie, he's tough with how he's developing. But me? I don't give a damn who you are. There's no one, I mean no one, with more skills than me. I'll show y'all during this 67-fight run. With that, the stage was set for a heated debate among fans and analysts. One enthusiast hailed Davis as the best boxer in his weight class, ranking him above competitors like Devin Haney in terms of pure skill. Meanwhile, a more neutral perspective emerged, analyzing Davis's potential fight lineup and what the future holds for the lightweight division.
Everybody has a different path. Some fighters, is where I'm at, and they'll be right there within the next 2 fights. Some fighters take 3 or 4 years to get there. I feel like I'm just keep moving along, and
The discussion took an analytical turn when one fan provided a straightforward breakdown. of Davis's potential opponents, adding a factual perspective to the debate about the quality of his upcoming challenges. Conversely, another fan took a more humorous approach, sarcastically downgrading Davis's future opponents to everyday figures like plumbers and mailmen. Skepticism continued to grow as yet another fan bluntly criticized Davis's track record, arguing that he tends to avoid elite competition unless the odds are clearly in his favor. Amidst the criticism, a supporter proposed a more challenging path for Davis, one that would silence doubts about his legacy. They suggested that if Davis truly wants to solidify his dominance, his next series of fights should include high-caliber opponents like Devin Haney.
It just lets me know where I could go.
Yeah, and you've gotten a lot better since those sparring sessions too, right?
Oh, for sure. 100%.
So, and then also, man, just the WBA title fight.
Gervonta Davis leading the way. Both have upcoming fights, and Mason will be watching closely. I mean, 135 has been the hottest division in boxing for a while now. Mason said, "When you reach the top, you know what you have to do and what you need to look like. I believe I'm the next up-and-coming guy at a 135, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing." When asked who the true top dog of the division is, and who would prevail if Stevenson and Davis faced off, Mason remained neutral. "Until they all fight each other, you'll never know. But the guys with the titles, that's who I see as the ones to beat. Anybody with a title."
Same thing as Kid Austin. A lot of people count Roach out. What chances does Roach realistically have against Gervonta?
Weeks later, Tank Davis will step into the ring against Lamont Roach, a fight Mason believes will be competitive. "I feel like Tank has it," Mason said. "But I also think it's going to be a great fight." Lamont Roach loves to fight. He's been doing it since he was young, so this is nothing new for him. In my eyes, it might be a tougher fight for Tank than the Frank Martin bout. But styles make fights, so you never really know until they get in there. Davis is often regarded as a favorite among young fighters. While Mason stops short of calling him his favorite, he has plenty of respect for the Baltimore star. "He did what he had to do to get to where he is now," Mason said. "I respect the process he went through. In boxing, you have to stay focused, and I think he learned that early. He's at the top now because of the hard work he's put in. That's the goal for all of us. Stay dedicated, put in the work, and the results will follow. I respect him in that sense, for sure."
He's been in it since he was young as well, so he knows what it's like to be a fighter. And he's gonna come in there, he's gonna let his hands go, and he's gonna try to win. So, I haven't watched too much of him, but I know, he likes to fight. And
the ESPN Plus portion of the Dennis Bin versus Keyshawn Davis fight card, lightweight prospect Abdullah Mason delivered a stunning fourth-round knockout over Manuel Jamies, marking one of his best performances to date against an opponent who had never been stopped. Mason started the fight with a blend of aggression and patience, moving well while carefully selecting his punches. In the first round, towards the end, Mason landed a right jab and followed up with a check left hook that buzzed Jamies. In the second round, Mason threw a right jab, and when Jamies lunged forward, Mason took a step back and landed a left uppercut, sending Jamies to the canvas for the fight's first knockdown. Jamies managed to beat the count and finish the round, but Mason continued to dominate from there.
So I can't really give you a prediction on that, but I'm gonna be tuned in.
Out of those three guys, that maybe
wanted. At the start of the fourth round, Mason landed a left hook that sent Jamies to the canvas for the third time. Sensing an opportunity, Mason went in for the kill. He unleashed a double right hook, sending Jamies down again for a fourth time, and prompting the referee to wave off the fight. With his 17th win, Mason not only added another victory to his record, but also sent a clear message to the rest of the lightweight division with his dominant
in a couple weeks. Tank, Shakur, and Keyshawn. Are you actually, if we were comparing you to any of them, the most like Keyshawn? Because you got
Mason has proven that he can handle any fighter, regardless of style or skill set, making quick work of them in the right ring. His career so far has been defined by pummeling opponents and scoring knockout victories. It's the only way he knows how to rack up wins. As a hot, young prospect, Mason spells trouble for everyone in the lightweight division, including Gervonta Davis. What if the two were to meet in the ring? At just 20 years old, Mason has already earned high praise from the top ranks of boxing, and it's easy to see why. The southpaw is the perfect blend of skill and power, capable of taking down older, more experienced fighters with ease.